Basically an old Dillard store. They've taken over the entire shopping mall. It's hilarious. They had every one of their employees, hundreds of their employees, all dressed in the same T-shirt, waiting for us as we got off the bus. One by one, we walked through the door, and they started cheering and clapping, and it was just an incredibly emotional experience for a lot of folks who had been on this bus for over 72 hours, creating a business with strangers they had never met before. So we arrived in Rackspace headquarters. They had a whole party set up for us. This was at 10 a.m. in the morning. There was a stage. There was DJ. There was food. These people hadn't seen food in 3 days, okay? They had a big session for us with some celebrities who were going to be judging the pitches. So we had Guy Kawasaki, who was one of the original tech evangelists from Apple, was there. We had Robert Scoville, who's a very well-known tech journalist, was one of the panelists. And they had put together a panel to judge the pitches of these companies that we had just created in 72 hours with a whole bus full of strangers. So one by one, the buspreneurs go up on this stage in front of all of their peers, in front of all 300 people that had come from all around the country, and this celebrity panel tore them to shreds. It was unbelievable. I don't know how much really got learned in this. I don't know how much education happened. It was more of an ego exercise, in my opinion. However, we had a chance from our Cincinnati bus to have some representation, and we've talked to him earlier in the week, but Nick Tittman from Sipley app, you remember this is the application that remembers, ranks, and locates your favorite beverage, coffee, tea, beer, and wine. And they spent the 3 days putting this app together. It's a slick app, and I'll tell you, Nick did a great job with his pitch. He went up there and he nailed it, and I'm telling you, he shut those judges down. They quieted down, they listened to him, and the thing that he did, I think that was smart, he gave a 30-second pitch and he shut up instead of going on for 2 minutes. So Nick made us proud. He did a great job with the judges on stage yesterday, and he ended up not getting torn apart like so many others of the bus. Last they were anxious to finish their code and to finish writing their businesses and to finish doing their marketing, and they had a video that they had to do. All this by midnight last night. So finally, we left San Antonio to come to Austin, and we got lucky. We got invited to ride the Louisiana bus, and we met up with Terry Jones, who heads up the Regional Innovation Organization there, RIO, and they are partners with Jumpstart here in Cleveland. And so we talked to Terry, and you'll see that video is already up online, about how we're working together. And it's interesting how nationally Jumpstart in Cleveland is now helping many of the groups around the country with a similar model. That was pretty impressive. They know how to make to finish our coding, to finish writing these business plans, to finish doing the video. And what they had done, you know, this is quite a busy location now in Austin. Into something cool, either a stage or a session for us, and they had tables set up, these 6-foot tables with folding chairs, and basically over 100 of us, you're done, you have to have your marketing plan done. The marketing was interesting. They had to get 100 people to check in to their website and give their email address. iPhone apps or Android apps, they were to put a website and allow people to come in and check in with their email address. So many of them were working right up till midnight, code lock, and they finished it. The other thing they had to do was a video. They had to put together basically a pitch video, and what they had to do with that was explain what the business is in a 2-minute video. And I'll tell you, a lot of folks who had not done their video before, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of those videos set in the lumber yard. Were they shooting them there last night? Yeah, they were shooting them last night. And so at midnight, everything shut down, and a latte. Even is not so bad, but it is cold, and now it started raining here, and it's supposed to be raining for the next few days. So, not what you think of when you think of Austin, Texas. And hey, we're here with last night.
Yeah, we got.
And
whether it be through your iPod on car stereo, as long as your phone's in your pocket and you have listener on it, you'll be able to pick that up and get that exclusive backstage content.
So you're going to have to work with the record labels and with the independent artists and the producers to allow them to have them allow you to put that code in there. Is that right?
That's true. Yeah, we're going to have to sign some artists. We've already got one on board.
You do.
An up-and-coming artist named DY. We got a sample track on top of on there. He'll be the first official artist with listener tag.
So that's great. Now, do you have this as an app up in Android, or where do you have this?
Not yet. In the 3 days, we can only get one of them done, and we're stuck with the iPhone.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to get that done
today. Is that right? At 3 o'clock?
Today's semifinals.
I'm sorry, semifinals today, and 3 o'clock you'll find out.
If we make the final round.
If you get through to the final round. And then tomorrow will be the actual finals, right? So, have any feeling about how listeners doing? You getting some good feedback?
Yeah, you know what? I think we've got a lot of good buzz. Find that out about noon today. We're going to make the elite semifinals. Not to be cocky, Cleveland. That stuff up and going, so I think we can answer. But we have a. On the app.
And collaboration and ingenuity and figuring your way out of these tough situations, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no.
And that was the bus that got turned back because a lot of confidence probably that you know how to do something now.
So, like I said, I think get ready for investors to see. And for us, it was really hard to narrow our product down to a 3 or 4 word pitch. So we focused on getting a product done and making sure that the investors can see the product.
So you started to focus on what was important, what you could leave behind, and what you really needed to nail.
Exactly. Especially as time wind down, we figured, what's the important parts of the stat for people to see, and what are the parts that we can explain to them in words. So.
What would you have done if you had a little more time?
A little more.
And we'll do our best to give you a wrap-up because we're heading back out this afternoon, but we will follow what happens here and let you know how the Cincinnati bus, the Ohio bus does in the Startup Bus program. And stay tuned also on coolcleveland.com. You see all the videos we've shot, over 20 videos here for the Startup Bus program in just a Mulready from CoolCleveland.com.